Hello and welcome back to Evolving Ginger Gaming. My name is Cliffy and today we are continuing our playthrough as the Sheikdom of Navarra. We're coming back to where we left off last time, where we just recently conquered this little county here, the Sheikdom of Ipusco? Ipusco? Let's go with Ipusco. We just conquered that, which now gives us enough counties to potentially create the duchy, or excuse me, to potentially create a kingdom. However, we need 750 gold to create a duchy and to create a kingdom. So left off wondering what to do. I think for now I'm just going to sit on the gold and we'll see what happens there. We are about to get the next martial perk, which will be absolute control. And if we look at that, we absolute control for counties that we completely control with a score of 100. We will get bonuses to taxes and levies. I'm interested to see how much that will potentially go up by, and we'll take a look at that. But we're looking at a little under 10 years before we get 750 gold in order to create the duchy and to create the kingdom. So let's take a look here. Let's go ahead and take absolute control. And the next one we will take will be Overseer, and that will complete this tree. Overseer will give us +2 to Martial, +2 to Stewardship, and +50% to Control growth, which under the... just having looked through the control in some of our counties, it's not great at the moment, but... okay, so I believe, if I remember correctly, it was at 3.6. That just shot up to 3.9, so went up by 0.3, and I believe there are 2 territories that we have absolute control in. These 2, and I believe that is it. Let's take a look. That's at 71, 66, 85, and this was at 8, or it's at 8, it was at 7 last I looked, but alright, that's not too bad. That will cut down on our waiting time a little bit. We could potentially also marry off our sister. You are quite powerful. You are a little bit older though, and your health is failing. So we might wait on that. Potentially once he has some land. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and pin you so we're alerted to when you die. You look rather young. Having you as an ally over there might be good. You do have gout. Who would we rather... He's going to inherit quite a good chunk of territory there. I just wonder if they possibly might get assimilated by Asturias in the near future. Minus the gout, this is probably a good person to have on our side, particularly if I want to potentially try and look at taking this here, which is going to be down the line, and I should actually pin you. Alright, let's go ahead and get that alliance. Alrighty. Let's take a look here. You are attacking in a border raid and losing, which is surprising because you have way more territory than them. Though his territory is kind of split up, which probably makes it difficult to control. We did get some progress towards conciliation. Let's take a look at that right now real quick while there's not a whole lot going on. Currently, hostility is winning out. It's about 40, what is that, 45 point difference, so it's close, but we'll see what happens. I'm very curious to see when we get up to the next phase, which I forget what it is, but currently we're still in opportunity, so there's still time for it to swing towards conciliation or just towards hostility, so we'll see. It'll be interesting. Maybe when we get closer we'll try to sway it one way or the other as well. Alrighty, so if we look at intrigue, we're still swaying him. However, I might switch that because we did have a knight. But if I go by knights, it's not going to show up correctly. Let's do this by courtiers. I guess I can't do it by opinion. Oh no, can I? I can. Alright. And if we go way down, I want to sway you now. Yeah, let's start swaying him. He's just going to be unhappy with us for a while because we converted him and forcibly recruited him. Let's also take a look at our dungeon. Can I ransom you for gold yet? No. Your father still does not wish to ransom you. That's unfortunate. And he has the gold. We'll see if we... a lot of times you'll just get an offer, so... someone has been hosting our Chancellor, which is our Spymaster and Vassal. And he just gained 30 opinion of us, thanks to the efforts of our Steward. No, not Steward. Chancellor. So excellent. That is excellent there. Alright, so we're at... Oh, and it just went up to 4.1. I wonder if that's because... I wonder why it just went up. Alright, so we're at 4.1, so we need about 400 gold. Burning the vineyards. The fine wine made in Iberia has long been enjoyed by the faithful who settle here, yet the Caliph al-Mutash has now decided that this shall come to an end. Wine, his envoy Martin... Or is it Martine? Let's go with Martine. His envoy Martine declares is certainly haram, and neither its production nor consumption can be tolerated any longer. You must therefore put the vineyards in the sheikdom of Tudela to the torch. The Caliph do understand the anguish this may cause for your wine farmers, but think of all the land you will free up for better and more righteous purposes. The vineyards must be destroyed. Caliph... Is he our... Interesting. He is of the Abbasid Empire. We have different faiths, I believe, although I wonder if they're close enough. We consider them righteous. So I guess he's probably technically... let's actually take a look at religion. We can see if we have a religious head. He is our religious head. Okay, so that makes more sense. What are our holy sites? Mecca, Medina, Jerusalem, Cordoba, Fez. It's weird though how... He's our faith's... I might have said culture head earlier, that was spoken if I did. He's our faith's head, but we don't get the benefits of them controlling the holy sites. That's unfortunate. We might be able to get Cordoba in the near future, which county conversion speed will be helpful. And cultural fascination progress from Fez would be nice. But we're going to mainly focus on Iberia for the time being. Alright, so... We could lose 1 level of devotion, lose 25 opinion of the Caliph, and gain secured wine supply for 30 years. Stress gain minus 10%, courtier and guest opinion plus 10. We could burn them to cinders and gain stress, piety, but we would also get burned vineyards, which would decrease our holding taxes and public opinion. Or we can say, no, I must protect the wine farmers. I don't really mind losing the level of devotion currently. I'm not really doing much with the faith. The Caliph not liking us more isn't great, but he is far enough away. And we would get +5 to development growth. I think that's just for Tudela, yeah. But still, that would... What is our development growth at currently? So currently it's at +0.5, so it would be kind of minute, but it would still add up. Yeah, I don't think we're going to... say the Khalifa is gonna say, but we will say no. I must protect the wine farmers. And our level of devotion is now a sinner. Well, hopefully this we might need to do some faith-based things shortly, but we'll be fine. We'll figure out a way. So what could we do? We could go on a pilgrimage, but it would cost us at least 50 gold. I mean, ideally we would undertake the Hajj, but 175 gold is not ideal for the time being. We'll just sit on it for now. So we are at 4.1, so let's do some quick math here on the calculator. Because my brain's not functioning at 100% today, so I need 750 minus, yep, I just put in a 6. 750 minus, let's call it 370, which gives us 380. If we divide that by 4.1, that gives us 92 and like 2/3. Divide that by 12, and that gives us 7.89, so a little under 8 years at our current gold income, if there's no events that make that number fluctuate too much. It looks like there is a war going on in Asturias, potentially. It's just a clash, nothing too wild there. Let's zoom out. It does artifact claim purchased. The gentleman who threw a feast first just purchased a claim on our artifact. Well, you can bug off because there's 0 chance I give that to you. It looks like Aquitaine has fractured, because I believe it was West Francia and Aquitaine. And we can see Carcassonne has formed. For those of you who are not aware, there is a board game called Carcassonne. I highly recommend it. It is great fun. Montague is still here, still ruled by Count Heston. I think that's the correct pronunciation of that. Anjou is still here. I think that's a different rule than from what starts off, because this is normally a child. And before we deal with this, interesting enough, it looks like Brittany has split. It looks like Wessex got part of it. And I can't pronounce this, Pentirv? Let's go with that. Interesting. Wonder how that happened. It's just interesting how the chunks broke off too. Other than that, nothing too wild going on in this part of the world. Looks like Sweden has expanded a bit. Same potentially with Sweden? No, that looks about the same, I believe. Sweden has definitely expanded, and it's under King Eric. Nothing else looks too out of the ordinary. Although I don't really know this area as well as I probably should. Anyway, locked in his room, Ladrin came to me complaining about love bullying him. He's been staying in bed for days to avoid facing the other child. Lazy is not something I'm always against just because of the stress loss. However, in this case, I don't know if I like that. Craven. The Martial -2, the Prowess -3, Attraction, Vassal Opinion's not great. The +2 to Intrigue, the +10 to Hostile Scheme Resistance, the +10 to Scheme Secrecy is nice. Particularly with just kind of the build we're going with there. Or we could have him have Arbitrary. But that's sinful to us, so we'll probably avoid that one. So, do we want him to take Craven and potentially just keep adding to his Intrigue? His Martial is 6, which actually isn't that bad, and I kind of want him to have at least a decent Martial. The issue here is he's taking... What is that? So that's a 5-point hit for stress loss gain. Craven. The skills kind of add out there. I think I might have him just take Craven. It's not great with the martial loss, but just keep building that intrigue. Yeah, let's say Craven. Interesting enough, that doesn't even look like it affected his martial. Because it was 6. I don't know. That was weird. Nope, there it goes. It just hadn't gone through yet. Still, he's already got good intrigue, and when he turns 16, that number is just going to go up even more. Alright, our acquaintance has died. That's unfortunate. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean for you to just die in our dungeon. What about the other prisoner? Catholic Basque. You can just rot in there as far as I'm concerned. Our brother, I believe, wants to send us a gift. Our brother to send us a gift of 150 gold. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That just put us at 540. Let's just update our numbers there and see what that turns into. As long as I click on calculator again. So that drops us down to, what is that, 210? 545 puts us at 205. Divide that by 12. We get 17 and change. Divide that. Oh, wait, I think I messed that up. Yeah, so we had 205 was the gold. Divide that by 4.3. Gives us 47 and about 2/3. Divide that by 12. And we get just under 4 years. Alright. That gift was big and makes me feel a lot better about the choices there. So building competence, Sheik Isa, right after he generously gives us the gold, has shown me the ins and outs of siegecraft. As we stand perched over a miniature fortress, my final test has described how I most efficiently seize it. We could prepare the ranks, 52% chance of victory, 47% that I've not learned enough. Or we could take this option. Let's just go ahead and prepare the ranks. He cannot find a single flaw in our plan, and I have learned so much. He stops being our mentor, and we gain military engineer, minus 30% to siege phase time. Attrition taken in mountains, minus 25. Attrition taken in desert mountains, minus 25%. That is good. However, we're unlikely to be leading our own armies, so that's not really gonna have any effect on us, but it's not bad to have. And what I could potentially do also is just switch him in for sieges to get that minus 30% on the siege phase time potentially. Task finished. He has completed up here. Let's see if that did anything to control. I don't believe so, but it might have. This also might have just been the changes there. Peasant outcry, popular opinion taking a hit, control growth is taking a hit. Popular opinion minus 25 from that. I wonder if it would be worth it to have him. Alright, so it's at 0.7. If we were to have you go there, take 4 years. But it does go up by 0.9, so I think for now we'll just leave that there. We do take a bit of a hit to our total soldiers cap, but it's alright for now. Ideally, we're not fighting anyone in the near future. So we could create the duchy. It might be worth it to do sooner rather than later, but we'll hold off for now. I think once we've created the kingdom, might look at getting, trying for more children, but we'll wait and see. I do like this heir. This will be interesting. And I also like, she has some good balances with martial and stewardship skill as well, so she has a stewardship education as well, so this number should go up more. Catalyst, our neighbor to the south just ransomed a ruler. I wonder who that was. He is rather powerful at the for the time being. Does have some siblings. Well, we'll see what happens there. For the time being, we're still just in a bit of a waiting pattern. So let's notable guest. You have a lot of claims. Nothing that I think is too close to us, though. Let's actually take a quick look at guests, and then I'll bump up the speed. Just one, it looks like. And he's the one who has a useful county claim, but if we tried to recruit him, it would be a rather large number of gold, so we're not going to concern ourselves with that. Not a whole lot of guests for the time being. I wonder if that number picks up once you become a king. I would imagine that that is the case. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, so this is already changing rather quickly. So if we leave them in there for a whole year, it will go up by 16, which would put us at about 48. Alright, that's not bad. I wonder if it would be better off putting him here, perhaps. But this is going up as well. Alright, so our mother did just die, increasing our stress. So that is something that we'll need to keep an eye on. We might do a feast or something just to drop that down a little bit. Band of Lost Birds, a wounded and disillusioned mercenary group has arrived at the Sheikdom of Tudela. The locals claim to have overheard talk of settling down after pillaging an easy target and have begun to grow anxious. Tensions are high and conflict is likely to rise if I do not intervene in the matter. We could offer them a position at the city garrison. It would cost us 50 gold, but we would gain mercenary acquaintances, which would give us more mercenary hire costs minus 15%, which might not be bad. The raid speed plus 125% I don't think will affect us, because I don't think we can raid even with border clashes. We would get veteran mercenaries hired as instructor. Holding taxes minus 5%, not great. Control growth plus 10%. That's not bad. Popular opinion. We could implore them to leave. 46% chance of we spend 150 prestige and we get recently looted, which is not good. Or potentially we would gain prestige and the Sheikdom would get listened to locals, giving us popular opinion. We could force them out of the city. Ooh. It would give us a martial challenge. There's an 86% chance that the mercenaries slaughter the soldiers, which is not ideal. We would gain local garrison wiped out for 5 years. Garrison size would take a minus 72% hit and control growth minus 20% hit. We would gain recently looted. There's a 13% chance that our soldiers would be triumphant, and we would gain gold prestige and local garrison using elite tactics. Or we could let the locals handle it. Alright, so I think ideally it's either we take the 50-50 for implore them to leave, or we offer them a position at the city garrison. This one is the safest option. Just because of the... Let's take the chance on implore them to leave. Excellent. We won the coin flip. We gained 150 prestige, and we gained Tudela gained listen to locals for 5 years, giving us a popular opinion boost. Excellent. Slowly making our way towards our goal. Let's take a look. If I was to host a feast, that would be 100 gold. I don't think I can call a hunt. We can call a hunt later this year, so I'll probably do that just to help lower the stress. We could commission an epic, but now's not a good time for that. Alright, let's go ahead and I think we'll bump up the speed to at least 4. A demonstration of leadership. My friend King Alfonso has been hovering around my council. A demonstration of leadership. My friend King Alfonso has been hovering around my council meetings lately, knowing his interests in matters of leadership. I cannot help but feel the man is waiting for me to impress him. I could probably engage him in conversation. On the other hand, it might be better for him to simply see me interacting with my men. There is something to be said for at least pretending to know every soldier's face. So, we could discuss methods of communication. We would gain 50 lifestyle experience, and he would gain 20 opinion of us. Or we could go greet some recruits. We would still gain 50 50 martial lifestyle experience, and also holding of Tudela would gets respected figurehead for 2 years. He's already our friend. His opinion of us has dropped a little bit. I might bump that up just to be safe. Yeah, let's just take the let us discuss methods of communication. We'll get the minor bump to martial lifestyle experience and the opinion boost with him. Alright. Dangerous faction. Okay, so in a year, the peasants up here are the peasant rabble up here are going to try to overthrow the ruler, which is fine. We got a warning a while ago, and this was going up by I think 0.2 like every month. So what we can do though is it's kind of a cheap way around it but we can raise our troops here right before, and then when they try to riot, our troops are already there. Lost Viking, struggling and shouting, a large man is right before me. Excuse me. Lost Viking, struggling and shouting, a large man is right before me. He is clearly a Viking raider, the type who has sown chaos in our realm for decades. Please have mercy. My name is Eskild. My name is Eskild, and I've been living in Sheikdom of Soria for years. I was left behind because I was injured. The villagers saved me. They're my family now. The Viking falls to his knees, hoping I'll spare his life. Several peasants confirm his story. Let's take a look at him. He really does not like us. Cultural acceptance. Our religion is evil. The hate monger. Fanatical recruits. Strong believers. Let's take a look at strong believers. I don't recognize that one. Interesting. I would love to recruit him because he has excellent martial, good learning, and excellent prowess. He's a good fighter. The issue is he's a holy warrior, so I don't think I'm going to be able to convert him. So we recruit him, and the control level would drop by 5. We could kill him, and the control level would drop by 10. We could let him stay there, and the control level will go up by 5. That is rather tempting. Is he zealous? I'm very tempted to recruit him. The only thing is I don't know if I can't convert him because he is holy warrior. Let's take a shot on it. I have a feeling that I can't, but it's only a minus 5% control hit. He really does not like us, though. Alright. His opinion of us. Alright, let's do this then. Let's sway him. If I sent him a gift, would that make a difference? 50 gold? Yeah, we're not going to do that right now. Let's work on swaying him. I still want him, like, in our court. He's just too skilled to pass up, so that's fine. It's a little worrisome that some of our best military leaders really do not like us. He's starting to turn the corner on us, though, so... And the Lope's opinion of us is going to... You can see there down at the bottom that his negative opinion modifiers demanded my conversion and forcibly recruited. Those are going away faster than the sway will go away, so that should even out. Dangerous faction, how close are we? 4 months, we can wait. Let's go ahead and get Overseer. And that gave us +2 to Martial, +2 to Stewardship, and +50% to Control Growth. Let's take a look at control. 52. That bumped it up to 2.4. So we're doing better. Let's actually also just take a look over. I don't know if control growth will be affected here though. He's just had this ruler over here. So is just racking up the negative modifiers. Local rulers slaughtered. He already had locals pacified. Local garrison wiped out. Oh, he must have had the same event as us with the mercenaries and failed. He might get overthrown. He is allied to us though, so we can help him out. Mismanaged population. Chiefdom of Tudela gained mismanaged population for 5 years. Ugh, popular opinion minus 40. That's not great. And our sister was taken prisoner. Which ruler were you? Huh, interesting. Well, we can always invite our nieces up to us. Actually, would you... No, he won't come down. And he's heir to this anyway. Wonder what lands he was controlling. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to wait for this to peak, and then we are going to go ahead and call in our troops. Let's actually... Let's just go ahead and raise all. And we're just going to have them sit there. Ladrin comes of age. With his coming of age, my tuition of Ladrin is at an end. For the longest time, I was hoping that good tutelage would be enough to teach Ladrin the intricacies of careful planning. All efforts have come to naught, however. While he has shown himself fully capable of petty scheming, few would call it refined. But refinement is not always what you need. They grow up fast. He got flamboyant trickster. Let's take a look. Yeah, he got 2-star education trait. That's not great, but... Oh man, his stats are awful. He has good intrigue, that's it. On the bright side, his betrothed has good martial, and her stewardship should go up, but we might have a difficult time playing as him. Alright, so we are not. The peasants are going to revolt. We're going to rally the troops. Hey, look at this. The troops are already there. And we've already won. Let's go ahead and disband all. And let's have, for some reason it kicked our marshal out. I think that was because of the battle going on. But let's go ahead and throw him back in there, try to get that back. Someone is demanding an artifact. Yeah, I'm not giving you my artifacts, so decline. We'll take the hit there. Yeah, you bought a claim on my artifact. I'm not giving it to you. Alright. And I think at this point we will call it there. We are slowly but surely getting closer and closer to being able to create the kingdom. We could create the duchy, but we'll hold off for now. We need about 75 more gold. And as you can see, our monthly income has ballooned to about 5.4 per month. And then once we've created the kingdom, we'll be able to invest more gold into our long-term economy anyway. So, but we successfully defended our territory, and we're slowly making our way there. And let's go ahead and let's take the shot there and see if we can have him like us more. Oh, good. He likes us slightly more. And we're still swaying him anyway, so that's fine. But we are now 50 gold away from our goal. We will leave it here. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and have a wonderful rest of your day.